Tackling the Tempest. How will you do it? Let's try to decode the method to tackle the Tempest as a part of your last minute revision. Let me also discuss a few questions, a few sample reference questions. This question was asked to me by our subscriber Nitesh Ghosh. Ma'am, please make a specific video on the gods in the Tempest Act 4 Scene 1. I have tried to write an answer, a descriptive answer. Just have a look and listen to me. Look at the screen and try to get a framework as to how you will write your own answers. Question 1. With close reference to Act 4 Scene 1 of the Tempest, mention the goddesses who participated in the masque. What role did they play? To celebrate the betrothal of Miranda and Ferdinand, to celebrate the engagement of Miranda and Ferdinand, Prospero organizes a masque which is performed by the spirits under the direction of Ariel. This is the basic introduction. Whenever you are writing any answer on the masque, do write a standard basic introduction. And we have two more answers on the masque. Check the playlist. The spirit impersonates Greek goddesses. Very important, and now I will discuss about them. This is important for your MCQ questions as well. Iris is the goddess of the rainbow and messenger of the gods. The first point. Next, Ceres, goddess of the earth and patroness of agriculture. Now, Iris is the goddess of the rainbow and messenger of the gods. Ceres is also the goddess of fertility and abundance. Agriculture, earth, fertility and abundance. Juno, queen of the Roman gods, who held particular responsibility for marriage. So this is the description of the goddesses, a very brief description of the goddesses. Here I have focused only on their description and nothing else. The second part of the question, what role did they play? Now I will focus on the role played by them. They have come to celebrate, I have quoted from the text, a contract of true love. Again, a quotation from the text, a contract of true love, and freely bestow some gifts, donation, on the happy lovers. If you check the masque episode, you will get all the points over there. So take out your book and read that portion. Iris introduces Juno. This is a role played by Iris. Converses with Ceres, the naiads, and certain nymphs. Juno blesses the couple with honor, riches, long conjugal life, married life, a happy married life filled with happiness, and Ceres blesses them with abundance. This is all about the role played by the goddesses who participated in the masque. This is a brief answer. And I have already mentioned about two more answers from the masque. The length of the answers will vary according to the question. If you get a question asking you to describe the masque, then the length of the answer will not be the same. After this, I have also discussed another very important portion for your multiple choice question. Other gods and goddesses, Act 4, Scene 1, the trumpery scene. We have Venus. And who is Venus? The goddess of love. She is Venus. The lustful darling of Mars. Mars, hot minion. The lustful darling of Mars. And who is Cupid? Cupid is the son of Venus, the god of love. The goddess of love is Venus, and the son of Venus, the god of love, is Cupid. When you have arrows, remember one thing, that arrows are associated with Cupid, doves are sacred to Venus, sparrows are also associated with goddess Venus. And then there is a mention of Pluto, who is also called Dis. Who is Pluto? The god of the underworld. Who is Hymen? God of marriage. Who is Mars? God of war. Who is queen of the sky? It's Juno, and she is also the wife of Jupiter. Now, my dear students, I hope that you will find this answer helpful, both for descriptive as well as multiple choice questions. Quickly moving on to the next video. Next question on request. Shreya Yadav wanted me to provide her with an answer. Comment on Prospero's attitude towards his brother Antonio in the scene. And the answer. Now adjust the length of the answer according to your convenience. I cannot tell you how many lines, how many words, but frame your answers according to the resources available to the particular question, the time left, and the points that you know. Comment on Prospero's attitude towards his brother Antonio in Act 5, Scene 1 of the Tempest. Remember, Act 5, Scene 1 of the Tempest. The theme of forgiveness and reconciliation. I have a detailed analysis of forgiveness and reconciliation in the playlist. Again, check the playlist. Again, you may complain that, ma'am, that answer is lengthy. Well, use that as a reference material so that you can write other interconnected answers. Judiciously use all our reference materials. The theme of forgiveness and reconciliation is evident in Act 5, Scene 1 of the Tempest. Either underline the Tempest or put it within quotes. The theme of forgiveness and reconciliation is evident in Act 5, Scene 1 of the Tempest, when Prospero forgives Antonio's rankest fault, all of them. A quotation. If you read the text thoroughly, then you will remember certain quotations and you may use them in your answers. Prospero addresses his brother Antonio as most wicked sir. Again, I have quoted from the text. A thorough reading of the text is a compulsory thing that you must do. Prospero addresses his brother Antonio as most wicked sir, revealing the heinous nature of Antonio's actions. Now, what is the meaning of heinous? The ugly nature, the evil nature of the hateful nature of Antonio's actions, how he conspired against Prospero. Now, heinous is a difficult word, and I'm getting a feedback that I'm using tough language. Now, my dear students, if you hear me using a certain new word, try to learn that, Google the meaning, look for the synonym. Ultimately, this is going to be a learning. And if you get this particular word in the question paper, then you will find no difficulty in understanding new words. So it's no harm to learn and to improve. Prospero has suffered a lot, but he decides to forget the past. He tells Alonso to forget the past. However, he demands his dukedom back from Antonio quite sternly. He reminds Antonio that he must return it out of necessity, perforce, and the latter, that is Antonio, is well aware of it. He forgives Antonio, but does not greet him as cordially as he treats Alonso and Gonzalo. He does not embrace him, he does not appreciate him. Earlier in the scene, he revealed how Antonio nourished ambition and drove out natural feeling, expelled remorse and compassion, also conspiring to kill Alonso. This is the answer. I hope this length is okay for most of you. Again, you may adjust the length. Next answer, next question. This is my question. What was the condition of Trinculo, Caliban and Stefano as revealed by Ariel in Act 4, Scene 1? Prospero asked about the varlets, V-A-R-L-E-T-S. Read the text and you will find the word varlets in Act 4, Scene 1. Who are the varlets? Trinculo, Stefano and Caliban. What was the condition? Next, the second part of the question, what did Prospero tell about Caliban? I have included another question. You may get one at a time, so don't worry about the length. I'm telling this again and again. Use the reference materials judiciously. It's up to you how you will use these materials. Now, let me just adjust. Sorry for the inconvenience. I hope this is fine now. Ariel revealed to Prospero that Caliban, Trinculo and Stefano were all inflamed with drinking, red hot with drinking. They were so flushed that they bet the air when it blew in their faces. They bet the ground for daring to kiss their feet. Yet they were always keeping on to carry out their plot. What is the plot? Plot against Prospero. Plot, conspiracy hatched to kill Prospero. Ariel bet his tabor. What is a tabor? It is a musical instrument, a drum. Ariel bet his tabor, and then, like untrained young horses, they pricked their ears, lifted their eyes, and swifted as they sensed Ariel's music. He enchanted them by putting a spell on their ears. He then left them in the dirt-covered pool past Prospero's cell, wallowing up to their chins in the water. Don't worry, I have written this directly from the text. Read the text and you will get the answer. Line 170 onwards. The condition as revealed by Ariel. Next, what did Prospero tell about Caliban? Again, line number 188 onwards. A devil, a born devil on whose nature nurture can never stick, on whom my pains humanly taken, all lost, quite lost. I will now write that portion over here for this answer. Prospero called Caliban, C-A-L-L-E-D, called Caliban a devil, a vicious creature by birth, on whose nature education could make no impression. Prospero's attempts to transform him were futile, quite lost, and with the passage of time his soul became more foul. Again, how will you write this answer? You will write this answer by reading the text and then reading the paraphrase as well. Check any paraphrase in order to frame these answers. If you don't read the paraphrase properly, then writing these answers will be difficult. Now, the next question asked by Ishika Kole. How does Prospero summarize the achievements of his magical power in the final act of the play? Act 5, Scene 1. Now, Ishika, see if this suits your purpose. Question 15. Now, what is this question 15, my dear students? I will upload another video where you will get 23 probable questions from the Tempest, but remember, that is not going to be a suggestion. How does Prospero summarize the achievements of his magical power? Prospero summarizes the achievements of his magical power in Act 5, Scene 1 of the Tempest. I have taken this directly from the text. Writing an introduction is easy. He thanks the spirits who helped him to perform many magic tricks. Lines 33 to lines 57. Prospero has darkened the sun at midday, called for stormy winds to blow, and set the green sea and the blue arch of the sky at war. He has created lightning to match the dreadful rattling thunder, and he has split the oak tree sacred to Jove with his own lightning. Who is Jove? It's Jupiter. He has shaken the firmly based headland, and by the roots pulled up pine and cedar trees. At his command, graves had wakened their sleepers, opened and led them forth, all by so potent art. Again, don't stress, don't panic, because I have written this answer from the text. Lines 33 to line number 33 to line number 57. I have just written it in simple English. Next, the second part of the question, what has he decided to do with rough magic? But before that, there is an expression, rough magic, and according to the annotation, rough magic, he calls it rough magic, dismissing his achievements as mere conjuring tricks. This is the humility of Prospero here. And then he has decided to abjure magic, give up magic, break his magic staff, bury it deep in the earth. He will sink his magic book deeper than the sailor's lead has ever sounded the depth of the sea. Now, here again, it's mentioned clearly, I will break my staff, bury it certain fathoms in the earth, and deeper than did ever plummet sound, I'll drown my book. I have written all the answers from the textbook. And in the next video, I'm going to discuss a few more important descriptive questions. So do check that video as well, part 2 of Tackling the Tempest.